So this is coming March 1. It's a sneak peek of what's going to be in our annual catalog, okay? Now that annual catalog is going to debut on May 1. And I hope to be having a huge open house for the new catalog. I know, I love sneak peeks too, Mary. So this is Butterfly Brilliance. Now you're probably saying, Tammy, I already have 1,000 butterfly stamps, right? Because that's what I was saying when I saw it. But guess what? When you open this up, here's your sticker sheet, okay, for the butterflies. And look at this rubber stamp. It is one sheet. So you'll be able to stamp one time and you'll be able to get 6 different butterflies. How gorgeous is that? I know they're very detailed butterflies. Laura, I haven't stamped with mine yet, as you can see, but I cannot wait. Margaret, I still feel like we're in the new catalog. Honestly, I do. But this will be something that you can pre-order if you like it. You'll be able to pre-order March 1, okay? So of course, we're going to be making cards with this. Now, along with the Butterfly Brilliant stamp set, we have dies. Hey, Mary Kay. We have dies here that coordinate with it. So let's look at these. And as you can tell, I haven't even opened this package. So here are the dies, and actually the die is connected, okay? So all these butterflies are connected. So you will stamp once and you'll cut out once and you'll get 6 of these butterflies. Then you're going to notice a smaller butterfly here and here, and look at this sweet little butterfly. Then you're going to notice some other dies, and these will leave impressions on your paper. So we'll get into that next month when we can actually stamp with it and order it, okay? But I did want you to see that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, let's look at the designer paper. Yep, you guessed it. Of course, we have coordinating designer paper. And here it is, and it does come 6 by 6, okay? So let me show you the first one. I have not counted these sheets. I think there are probably 10 of them. It's just a guess. Honestly, I have not counted them yet. But with this butterfly right here, I am fairly positive that you can use the new dies that coordinate with this and cut out these butterflies. So this is what one side looks like. This is one of my favorite pieces, by the way. Absolutely love the detail in the butterflies. And then look at the opposite side. So it's kind of like a watercolor. All right. Yeah, Amanda, you're right. They're liking the stamp once and get many items. Yeah, you're right, Amanda. I wonder how many will be in that brand new catalog. Good point. All right, so then here is another sheet of designer paper. And if you flip this over, we've got smaller butterflies. All right, so if you're a demonstrator and you're watching tonight, let me know if you pre-ordered this. Or if you'd like to pre-order, you can certainly join my team and you'll be able to do that. Look at these pretty butterflies. Aren't they pretty? I see some Melon Mambo and some Bermuda Bay. Here's the other side right here. And that's a watercolor on that side too. The paper is just gorgeous. And here is another sheet. And that's just one side of it. I'm going to say Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay, but I haven't really looked at the coordinating colors yet. Hi, Sally. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Deb. And here's the other side. Hello, Lee. Yeah, the paper's gorgeous, as always. I mean, Stampin' Up! Doesn't disappoint. And then here's another piece. Isn't this beautiful? It's just so pretty, and it's so springy, isn't it? Very uplifting. And then here is another sheet. And if you flip this one over, you have this design. Isn't that pretty? And both sides are so beautiful. All right. And the coordinating colors, it has tons. Basic black, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, and so on. So this is going to be a lot of fun for us to create with. And also, you can pre-order this paper as well. Now, this paper also goes with this butterfly suite, okay? Now, the paper, let's see what it's called. Natural Touch Specialty Paper. You do get two 12 by 12 sheets. Isn't this pretty? So pretty. So that's the butterfly suite. And I didn't check today, but from what I can remember, from what I recall, and if you're a demonstrator, correct me, this paper will be available while supplies last. It will not be in the annual book. The stamp set and dies will be in the new annual book, but not the papers, okay? And I know I'm correct for the smaller one, and I think it's going to be the same for this one. Just some beautiful stuff here. So let me move this out of the way. All right. And now I'm going to give you a sneak peek of an upcoming class. And I had hoped to have this advertised last week with pricing, but I wasn't able to get it done. And so tomorrow and Friday, I promise that I will get the pricing done for this class, and I'll roll out the dates to you, and you'll be able to sign up next week, okay? So the first part of the class, and this is just a sneak peek, you'll have these cards that you can make. Now, ladies, these cards are using the Flower and Field Designer paper from Sale-A-Bration. Okay, so let me just show you that real quick. Actually, I can show you that. So that's the Flower and Field. Okay, that's the designer paper, and that's what I've used to create these cards. So the class is going to include card bases, and it's going to include the ribbon, of course, and the matte dots, okay? Yes, if you are not a demonstrator, you will be able to buy the paper, Carol. Yes, you'll be able to purchase it in March, okay? Hi, Jean, welcome. So these are the cards. And then the other part of the class, okay, you ready? Look quick, because this is just gonna scoot by the screen. I have a new sampler. Did you see anything? A brand new sampler using the Flower and Field Designer paper, all right? But last Thursday, I was the guest designer for 3D Thursday. Now, 3D Thursday is on Facebook. It's a page. It's called 3D Thursday. And you can go there, and every Thursday they have a guest designer who posts a project. And so this was my project last Thursday. I hope you had a chance to see it. You can scoot over there and pick up the supply list with measurements. So if you didn't see it last Thursday, you can head on over there after tonight's class and check it out. So this was the little chick that I designed. And when you open this up, you can actually fit a cookie inside. All right. So this is a nice little treat holder, cookie or otherwise. All right. And so that's the Hey Chick cookie holder. And then I couldn't resist. I went back to the strawberries. I love the strawberries. And this was my 3D Thursday alternate project, all right? And again, this will hold a nice large cookie, and I will tell you which cookies I like to use for this. I like the individually wrapped cookies from Panera Bread. And you know the iced cookies, like they're in different shapes, like a chick or a heart or a tulip or some type of flower? That would fit perfectly in here for Easter, okay? And the nice thing is the cookies are already individually wrapped. And so all you do is just tuck it in there with some glue dots. So we have made this particular project before. It's probably been a good year or so ago that we did it. But wanted you to see these in case you would like to make these, all right? Okay, so we're gonna flip over into our mini catalog, and we're gonna be on page 52 tonight. Ooh, a pad of paper would fit in there, Margaret. Absolutely, I don't see why not. That's a great idea. So we're on page 52 tonight, and you may have noticed the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. Panera, Sue. Go to Panera Bread, and they have the individually wrapped cookies, the iced cookies. I know for Valentine's they usually do a heart, and sometimes they do a flower. So something like that. Post-its will fit in here, Gail, but the post-it would be, it depends on the size of your post-it note. But I don't see why you couldn't center that post-it note in here. So I think that's a possibility. Simone, as far as the flower and field class, that'll probably happen about March 1, but I'll have sign up starting on Monday probably, okay? So you'll be able to sign up by then for that. All right. So in your mini, you may have noticed page 52, the Hey Birthday Chick. But what you didn't see was there aren't any dies in this catalog that coordinate with it, all right? But we just came out with some birthday dies that coordinate with it. So even though they're not in the mini, they are available, all right? I've got quite a few questions. All right, if you have chicken salad chick, they also have yummy frosted cookies. Oh, perfect, Judy. Judy, I love chicken salad chick, but I don't remember the frosted cookies, so that's really good to know. All right. Oh, good. Hi, Diane. So glad you didn't miss us tonight. If you're new this evening, ladies, you do want to say hello. Tell us where you're from. When you make a comment, your name will be in the drawing for tonight's card. All right? All right. I'm going to take a sip of water, and we're going to get started on Hey Birthday Chick. Okay. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is this is just a flyer on the Hey Chick promotion, okay? So I'm just going to use this as a reference. And some of you may already own Hey Chick. This is a returning favorite. It was a 2017 Sale-A-Bration stamp set. And you may have this in your collection. And if you do, you can now purchase the dies that coordinate with it. If you don't have this in your collection, you can purchase the stamp set and the dies as a bundle, okay? And I'll give you those item numbers, okay? Oh, yay, Joyce is having hot tea. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Lynn from Wisconsin. So good to have you. Ooh, I think jelly beans would fit in that little holder. I think you're right. Okay, so that's Hey Chick, and I want to show you what the dies look like, okay? Hi, Sue, brand new from Ohio. So good to have you with us tonight. So many new friends tonight. This is awesome. All right, so with the Hey Chick, we get these darling dies, and I mean there are a ton in this particular collection. I'm going to show you what these dies look like because sometimes when you just see the shapes, we're not really sure what the dies can do. Sounds good, Margaret. Hi, Dawn. So these are the coordinating dies that go with this stamp set Hey Chick, okay? So the Hey Chick bundle, if you need the stamp set and the dies, it's item number 158627. And if you only need the dies, then it's item number 158199. And the dies are $32. I'm going to go in and zoom in a little, ladies, so you can get a nice close look at the dies. Now, we have got 3 darling chicks in this set. I know, I think everybody loves Hey Chick. I think so. These chickens make me laugh. They just make me laugh. So this is just a cute one right here. Here's another one. Here's the other one. Love the feathers on this chick. And then look at this egg with the 2 little chick feet. And then you've got your corn stalk right here. And then you've got the hen house. You've got corn right here that can go on the corn stalk. And I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. Here are 2 eggs. Then we've got this cute little sign. And this is a tree stump, okay? So look what I did with the sign here. See that? And then I popped up the words on the sign. And then look what I did with the barbed wire. And that's just attached to the chick, basically. So I love this fencing, this barbed wire. I think that can be used on lots of different things. So, oh, that's awesome, Nancy. My son calls his daughter Hey Chick, so I did her birthday card with the stamps. That is awesome. That's great. Okay, so these are the dies that go with the Hey Chick. Hey Chick. That was the 2017 Sale-A-Bration stamp set, okay? Now let me show you the brand new one. This one is called Hey Birthday Chick, all right? And I love this one. This chick is cracking me up with the balloon. Then we've got a chick cracking out of an egg. And look at this, I'm gonna call it a hen or a chick. And this one with the birthday cupcake. So that's what the stamp set looks like. And this is what the dies look like. So there are quite a few dies. So let me show you what they look like when they're all cut out. First of all, here's the chick that's been cut out. And then here's the other one with the cupcake. Here's another chick. Look at this cute little happy birthday. Here's the other chick cracking out of the egg. Here's the fence. I love this piece. We're going to use it tonight. And this right here is a banner, like a birthday banner. And that banner can even hang over the fence. Then you get a darling little chick with a bow tie. And this is a sack of feed or grain. And then you're going to notice this impression here. There is a die that makes those little cuts, and it makes it look like the hen has been walking along the dirt, okay? So that's the birthday chick dies. Now, if you want the stamp set and the dies, there's your item number. Or if you're only interested in the dies, there's your item number. But this one is called Hey Birthday Chick and the Birthday Chick dies. All right, aren't they cute? Any questions about either one? Please let me know. I'm gonna slide our card in here for tonight. It's a SlimLine card. We haven't made one of those in a while. I'm just going to kind of move some things around here so we have enough space. I'm so glad you like this. This is actually a Stampin' Up! sample. And I happened to see it on the demo website and I just really liked it. It could be straw, Carol. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I kind of thought that as well. So this could be straw, or it could be the chicks just kind of, walking along in the dirt. So I kind of thought it was both. Does anybody else have any other ideas? Maybe I'm missing something from the barnyard. Okay. Now, getting back to the catalog, I'm so glad you all like the card. Getting back to the catalog, sometimes you might be, in the beginning, you might be a beginner crafter, or you might be an avid crafter. Now, what I mean by that is you can start simple, you can kick it up a little bit, and then really kick it up a notch. So here is the same card that's created 3 different ways. I love this. I am dying to make this. I just think this is the absolute cutest. It does look like chicken scratches. I agree. I know. I love the corn, Mary Kay. The corn is adorable. And you're going to learn how to add the corn to the stalks tonight. It's super simple. All right, so this is our SlimLine card right here, and I'm going to go on and give you some measurements. I'm going to bring in my cutting tool tonight, and you're going to start with a sheet of balmy blue cardstock. And the I cannot talk tonight. The balmy blue cardstock is measuring 8.5 inches by 11 inches. Okay, so it's a standard sheet of cardstock. And I do know that I want the length of my card to be 8.5 inches. Okay, I'm going to open up this arm because I think I want the length of my card to be, let's see. Yeah, I think it is. Hang tight as we measure. It's 7.5 inches. So your SlimLine card is going to measure 7.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And you're only going to have to cut it 1 time. Okay? Now this is your extra cardstock. So we'll set that aside. And we do want to go ahead and score it. And I'm going to score at 3 3/4. All right, make sure I've got everything cut the right way. So this is the 7.5 inch side. And then I'm going to score it at 3 3/4. Okay? All right. And so there it is scored. And now I can fold it over and I've got my SlimLine card. Now you're going to need a sheet. I'm just running out of space. You're going to need a sheet of Whisper White cardstock. Now this is going to measure 3.5 inches by 8.25 inches. Okay, and my ruler doesn't quite reach, but it's 8.25 inches. Okay, and we're just going to work with this first before we add it to the card base. All right, now I'll bring this in, and I'm going to also bring in my blending brushes. All right. Now we talked about these 2 weeks ago, and I gave you all a bunch of tips and tricks to use with your blending brushes. And I'm sure I'm going to go over them again tonight as I use it. When you purchase our blending brushes, there are 3 in a pack, and I believe the retail is $12. And it's got a nice wide head here. And so I think this is like at least 1.5 inches, and this is over an inch here. So there's a lot of coverage, and a blending brush is something that you can use in place of a stamping sponge. Now you can see here, a few weeks ago I used Blushing Bride, and tonight I'm going to use Balmy Blue. And a way to be sure to know whether your brush is clean or not is to just use a circular motion to clean it. And as you can see here, there's nothing coming off of it, so it is clean. Now, probably after tonight, I'm going to wash it with tap water. I'll just rinse it under the faucet to get the color out. And when I do that, I've got to let this dry a day or two. You want to be sure it's dry before you use it again, okay? So let's go ahead and we'll open up the Balmy Blue. And one thing I didn't mention about this brush is there are thousands of little bristles in this brush. And it almost feels like a sponge or a piece of cotton. It's very smooth, and the bristles are very fine. It's really, really cool. Now, to use your blending brush, you're going to want to use a circular motion to get some ink on your brush, all right? And then you're going to start by using that circular motion on your grid paper and then moving in to your Whisper White cardstock, okay? So here we go. All right, so something like that. I'm actually going to add a little bit more. Okay, so I'll leave that like it is, and then I'm going to do another area. And this time it's going to be in the middle, and it's going to be on the opposite side of the paper. Okay? So hopefully you can see that well. All right. And then I'm going to go back, and we're going to do it again. And again, we'll use that circular motion, and we'll come in and we'll do the top. All right. And I'm just going to lightly go over this. Once we add everything, I think you're going to be really pleased with how it turns out. Okay, so basically that's what you want, and if you want to, you can actually go over some of those harsher lines and move that ink a little bit, which is what I'm trying to do here. I think I like the one I did earlier today, but you know what? We'll see how this one turns out, okay? This is Balmy Blue, Sally. Great question. All right. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about cutting these items, stamping and cutting them out, okay? And then I'm going to show you how to use adhesive sheets. You're going to be glad that someone invented adhesive sheets, okay? And we did talk about adhesive sheets, I think 2 weeks ago. So it'll be a review, but you know, if you don't use them very often, you kind of forget. You kind of forget how to use the adhesive sheets. Okay, so I'm going to start. Now what I've done tonight is I have already pre-cut a lot of this, because once I teach you the basic sandwich for your emboss machine, it's pretty much the same thing over and over and over. You do need 3 fences, and I've already cut 2. And so now, let's see. Now we're going to cut another one, or do I, let's see. All right, I'm just looking for my adhesive. Let's see here. Here's some adhesive here and there. Okay, all righty. So our adhesive sheets come in a package that is 6 inches by 12 inches. So that's how large the adhesive sheets are. This is Whisper White cardstock with the balmy blue ink. Great question. All right, now our adhesive sheets, okay? If you can see this, it has a break in it, okay? See that? There's one break and there's another break. And so when I cut the adhesive, I always try to be sure that I get a break in there. It makes it much easier for me to peel off the piece of paper, all right? But it doesn't always happen. Hey, Mana. So this is just an adhesive sheet right here that we're gonna use. Ooh, Carol says, I've heard that washing the brushes changes the texture. I'll be curious how it works for you. I use a brush for each color family. Works really well for me, but like anything else, everyone has their preferences. Very interesting, Carol, because I have not washed mine yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So thank you for sharing that. All right. This adhesive sheet I want to add to the crumb cake cardstock. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to trim that, okay? And I'm going to add the adhesive sheet to the cardstock. Now I'm showing you how to do this so that it'll be easier for us to adhere the corn stalks as well and the fencing, okay? So that's why I'm showing you the adhesive sheets. Now this one doesn't have a break in it, okay? And so what I have to do is I just take the point, all right? And I just kind of dug under there. Hopefully you can see that. That little point I just kind of picked up the paper with. Now, that came up very easily, and that doesn't always happen, okay? So usually it doesn't happen. I got lucky that it came up so well. Lynn says, I should, Tina, I have washed mine, found no change in texture. And Jana says, I am just going to try and clean my brushes off with a microfiber cloth and not wash them. And that's a good idea too, Jana. I know some demonstrators have used their simple chamois and they have cleaned the brush using that simple chamois. But these are all awesome tips. Thank you so much. All right, so the adhesive is here, and what I need to do is find the fence die, which is part of Hey Birthday Chick, and then I'll actually lay the die on the cardstock, and the adhesive is on the back. Now this is really important. You do not want to cut this because the adhesive will stick to the die. You've got to take the die and put that on top of your cardstock, okay? Now we're gonna also need to cut some of the stalks. So let me see how many I cut this afternoon. All right, looks like I'm gonna need to cut 3 of these. And if you'll see here, I've already added the adhesive sheet to Pear Pizzazz, okay? Mary Kay says she's heard rubbing the brush on a damp microfiber cloth and scrap paper. Very good. These are all awesome, awesome tips. Thank you, ladies. Okay, so we are going to do some cutting, and I am going to bring in my little mini machine, all right? I love the mini for teaching because it's smaller and it fits on my desk better for teaching and showing you all. And it's just the perfect little size and it's light. Okay, so let's review. When you get your mini machine, it comes with all of these plates, all right? And what I want to do is I want to cut a die. So I know that I need a number 1, and this is number 1, excuse me. And then I'm going to need a number 2. So here's number 2, and there's the 2 right there. And by the way, it's going to be the same sandwich if you have the new Stampin' Cut emboss machine, okay? Now we're going to take our crumb cake, and remember the adhesive's there, all right? And we're going to cut that out. I'm going to put a number 2 back on top because that's what the sandwich said to do, and then I'm going to roll it through. Now remember, my camera loves to shake when I do this. All right, here we go. All right, I'm also sitting down instead of standing up, so that kind of changes things too. So here's my fence, if I can get it out. See that? And then on the back, I have the adhesive, okay? Now we're going to do some of the corn stalks. And so let me get that out. The corn is going to be in the other stamp set. So let me grab that one. And we're going to need 3 of these in Pear Pizzazz, okay? 3 of these, and this is Pear Pizzazz, and remember my adhesive sheet is right here. All right, same sandwich, okay? And by the way, it's the same sandwich all night long on every single thing that is cut on this card, okay? So let's go ahead, we'll just start this corn stalk at the bottom. I'll put it right there. And then I'm gonna add this cutting pad. And I might have to stand up for this. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. All right, let's see here. I don't want it to wiggle too much. So let me slide that right back down there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now that's one corn stalk. So let's get this one out of here. Okay, and there's the adhesive. You're going to be so happy that we have this adhesive. All right. Now we're going to add this. I'm trying to even up my plates here, and we'll go around. Let me go this way. Sorry, a little awkward here with my limited space. Okay, hang tight. I have no idea why. I have no idea why I'm struggling tonight. Okay, hang tight. Just having a hard time. Come on. Oh, for goodness sakes. There we go. All right. And so that's our second corn stalk. And we'll go ahead and we'll pop this one out. By the way, there's the item number for this die. So if you ever have a die and you don't know which set it belongs in, look for that item number because Stampin' Up! Is doing that now. Isn't that awesome? And it's on some older ones, but I've noticed it on all the new ones. Okay, so we actually need to cut one more. So here's my adhesive, and I'll show you how I do it. I'm just gonna crop that off, and then I'll take about that much off and see if that works. Now you always want your adhesive, okay? You always want that a little bit smaller than your cardstock, because if it's not, that adhesive is gonna get on your cutting plates. All right, you don't want that. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna lift this up again. And I'm going to take the sticky side. There we go. And I'm going to make sure none of that is showing because I don't want that sticky stuff on my cutting pad. Does that make sense? Okay. And this is going to be our last corn stalk, okay, that we have to cut. And then I already have everything done so that you don't have to watch me cut every little teeny piece, all right? And once everything's cut, it really makes it easy to put together. There we go. Okay, we're gonna move our machine out of the way and get our corn stalk here. Let me get this trash out of the way too. Yeah, I guess some dies go through it with a thinner plate, Carolyn, but you do have to use the plates that actually come with this machine. So, and this is the smaller one, okay? You're right, Carol. I need to show this thing who is boss. Absolutely. Okay, let me clear my work area. I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive sheet back that I am not using. And by the way, I've been using this pack for a while. So it goes a long ways. Just want to slide it on back in here. And even keep your smaller pieces that you cut because you'll be amazed that you'll be able to use even a tiny, tiny piece. Okay, so now we're going to go over our pieces for our card. And I've got these 3 different chicks. They are so darn cute. They are just adorable, aren't they? There's a piece of corn. I'll put that corn back in there so that we don't lose it. All right, so now the next thing we'll do is, let's go ahead and we're gonna get our coloring done. The dies for the Hey Chick is, hang tight and I will show you. I'll get you the number. The dies, Leslie, are item number 158199 and it's $32, okay? All right, I have found in coloring the chicks that I really like the cinnamon cider, okay? If you don't have cinnamon cider, go with soft suede or crumb cake, okay? All right. Now for this particular chick, and I don't know why I did this, but I thought it ended up kind of cool. I actually took the light soft suede. You're welcome. Oh, hang on, Mary, and I'll get those for you. All right. And this is the light soft suede, but you know what? I want dark. I'm gonna do dark soft suede. And Mary wanted the item number for adhesive sheets. Item number is 152334, and this is in the annual book, Mary, the annual catalog. All right, I'm gonna take the dark soft suede and I'm just gonna kind of outline his wing. Just like that. All right, and I might even do this little part. I did this earlier today and I kind of liked it. I'm still experimenting with these chicks as far as coloring, okay? So, you know, it takes practice and I'm just, you know, trying to decide which colors I like best. Now, this is Poppy Parade. And if you don't have Poppy Parade, use Real Red or Cherry Cobbler, okay? All right. So there's that. Let me go ahead and color his little head. And there's one more here. And we'll get his done. Okay. And so now let's do feet, and I'm going to use dark pumpkin pie. Joanne, I love using the adhesive sheets, and I use them now when I make these die reference tools. Excuse me, I'm trying to pick this up to show you. When I make these die reference tools now, I use adhesive sheets, and it's so quick. It's really, really quick. All right, so we're doing feet, and we're doing them with the pumpkin pie. And I'll even do the noses with that. This is dark pumpkin pie, okay? All right. And then I'm going to use my color lifter and cinnamon cider, okay? So I'm gonna start with, let's see, I will just start right here. This is the dark cinnamon. And then I'll kind of outline the body a little bit with it. And if you all have colored these chickens, I would love to know what you're using. Are you using smoky slate any? Crumb cake? What colors are you finding that you like with your chicks? So that's the dark. I know, I love the Stampin' Blends. They're so awesome. They are awesome. All right, so now I'm taking light cinnamon cider, okay? And I'm gonna start coloring, and I'm using the brush tip, and I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit more so that you can kind of see what's going on. I know I tell you all this often, I'm not the best colorer in the world. And I just feel like when I use the blends that I actually know what I'm doing. So, but yeah, I would love to hear what you're using on your chicks. Anybody using petal pink? I even thought that might be good. Okay, so now that I've colored in my little chick, I'm going to show you something. I used the color lifter today and the brush tip. Oh, that's good, Joanne. Yellow and Cajun Craze. I love it. Also, on this little guy, I used Mango Melody and I think Daffodil on that chick. So even Mango is a good one. All right, now what I'm going to do with my color lifter is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to lift a little bit of that color off, okay? And then I've got the shading that I'm looking for when coloring the chick. Okay. All right, so what do you think? Not too bad. I'll zoom in a little bit more for you. Ooh, Cherry Cobbler, Daffodil Delight, or Cherry Cobbler and Smoky Slate. You know, Tina, I thought about Smoky Slate today, and I'm thinking, I wonder if I should try that. So I'll have to try that on my next set of chicks, excuse me. All right. And again, I'm using dark cinnamon cider, and I'm just kind of doing a little outline, okay? And as far as cardstock, for creating this card, it's a balmy blue card base. I've used Whisper White. I'm using Pear Pizzazz cardstock and Crumb Cake cardstock and Soft Seafoam cardstock. So I'll show you those two. Oh, you're welcome. You know what, Nancy? I always forget to use my color lifter. I never think about it. So luckily I thought of it today. All right, I'm just making some little circular motions here. All right. All right, I'm doing it kind of fast because, you know, TV, you know how it is. I'm going to go over some of these with the dark cinnamon cider. I think in the mini, they probably colored the chick with soft suede. It's just a guess, but that's what it looked like in our mini catalog. And again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take the color lifter. Hi, Sharon. It's so nice to have you with us tonight. Tell us where you're from. That's always fun for us. If you're watching for the first time, be sure to comment because someone's going to go home with tonight's card. All right. So there's my other little chick. I don't think they look too bad. Again, I'm learning. All right, so we've got the dark cinnamon cider for the wings here. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of the outline. I always like to outline with the dark. Okay. All right, I've done that in the dark. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you. And this is the lighter cinnamon cider, okay? All right, and I'm gonna go back with that dark and get that foot. Oh, Rochester, New York, that's awesome, Sharon. Awesome. Yes, you must have a color lifter. All right, I'm going back to color lifter. Hang on a second. Let me just kind of get that. Yeah, I'm famous for forgetting my color lifter. But that'll just kind of take away and just kind of blend that a little more and lighten up certain areas. And later, if I don't forget, we're going to use some Wink of Stella, okay, to glitterize it and give it some glimmer. I'm so glad. That's great, ladies. I'm so glad that you're going to use your color lifter next time. All right, well, let's go ahead. We're really ready to go on, and we'll add this to our card, okay? And again, this is a SlimLine card. This would fit into a standard business envelope. I believe that's what you call it. You can also make your own envelope, but I didn't get a chance to work on that today, so we are not going to be doing that tonight, but I'll show you how to do that sometime, okay? We're just going to center this, and you're going to have about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, okay? All righty. So that's the first step, and now we're basically building the card, okay? So let me zoom out, and we're going to start with the chick. Now with your chicks, I found it easiest to do your bottom one, then do the top, and then fill in the middle. Okay, so that's what we'll do. I ended up popping up the chicks. I just liked it a little bit better. I know you're like super surprised that I would pop this up. But I thought it was kind of cool, so. All right. So yeah, I start with the chick and then I kind of build from there. Okay. And now we're going to add our little fence. Okay. That's the one with the adhesive. I'm going to do a couple without. I put all my little pieces in here. So, yes, I also use my color lifter for mistakes, Joyce. Same here. And yes, I am the popping queen, absolutely. I'm going to add some glue dots behind the fence post. Okay, well, that one didn't work too well. Let's try this again. Took the paper right off, but no glue dot. Well, I did it again, didn't I? Hang on. Hang on. All right, let's see if I can get this one done. Girls, I don't think this is my night. What is going on here? All right. I'm like ruining all my glue dots, right? Okay. These do not want to come up. All right. Got that glue dot there. And I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to lift it up like this. All right. And then we'll go ahead and we're going to add our little fence. See if we can add it straight. Like that. There we go. And I need a little glue dot there just to kind of tuck that. We are going to do some Wink of Stella, but we're gonna get everything done first, okay? So that Wink of Stella can be the last thing that dries. All right, now here is my Pear Pizzazz cornstalk. And then you're gonna also wanna cut a soft seafoam cornstalk. Now I've already taken the time to get the adhesive on the back, okay? I did that earlier today so that you wouldn't have to watch me do all these little pieces. So now I'm peeling off the adhesive. I love this stuff. And this cornstalk is actually gonna cross over a little bit. I'm gonna make the Pear Pizzazz a little bit taller than the soft suede. All right, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. I'm gonna trim off that little stalk. That was just the bottom, by the way. I just trimmed off the bottom a bit. Oh my goodness, Peggy, you need another Stella? Oh my goodness. Peggy is my Stella girl. She loves her Wink of Stella. And now we're gonna add the darling little cornstalk. And we'll add it about there. So see, I just trimmed off the bottom of the soft seafoam, okay? I just trimmed that off a bit. Then I added the Pear Pizzazz with the soft seafoam cornstalk, okay? Now, let me show you the corn. Now, the nice thing about the corn is that you get 4 corn dies, okay? So you can cut out 4 of these at one time. And then you also get 4 of these, and that goes on top of the corn, okay? That's part of the corn stalk. You get 4 of these, so you can cut out 4 of these and 4 of the corn cobs, okay? I know the fence is precious, and I don't see, you know what, there's got to be a ton of stamp sets that we can use that fence for. You know, fall, Halloween, you know, any of that. With the strawberries, strawberry picking with the cute little fence. Now, I've already put the adhesive on the back. I did that earlier, okay? And then I peeled off the adhesive and I have put it on top the corn. All right, I'm trying to get this so that you can get a good look at that, okay? See that? Trying to get it in focus. But I put the little, the green on top of the corn. Ooh, Wild About Flowers, absolutely. Any of our flower stamps, my goodness. All right, I'm peeling off the adhesive sheet. And then I'm gonna add that corn stalk about right there. And doesn't that add a lot to it? I mean, it really does. All right, we're gonna do another one. So let's see, I'll pick that up. Now this adhesive sheet is gonna be a little bit easier for me because I had a bit of a break. I know this is really hard for y'all to see. All right. I'm just peeling off the adhesive. Maybe. Let me zoom in for you so you can get a better look at what I'm doing. There we go. There's the adhesive. And then I'm going to put that on top of the corn. Okay. I know, it is so cute. And then I'm going to pop this piece of paper off. And now I'm going to add corn down here. All right? So that's how you do that. And you could put these corn stalks anywhere. Anywhere. All right? I just want you to get a good look at that. All right. So then once I have built the bottom chick, then I like to go up here to the top and do the top one. All right? And that way I know how much space I have in the very middle. So let's get that crazy looking chick. I just love these girls. All right. These stamp sets are great for birthdays and all kinds of fun little celebrations. Excuse me, not celebrations. All right. Oh, she is so cute. And she's just going to go right there. And then this time, I'm going to take the fence that has the adhesive. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. All right, now I'm going to pop this up. All right, you don't want to come up. I know, girls, it looks like I've never stamped before, doesn't it? All right, there we go. Okay, so here's our little fence, and now we're going to add it about right here. Okay, and see how easy that is to stick there? Now we need another soft seafoam cornstalk, which we have right here. And yes, the adhesive is here, so let's kind of poke that. It really doesn't take much at all to get that adhesive off once you get used to it. All right. Whew, both cards here. All right, I think I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom again, because what I'm trying to do is, I just want this one to be a little bit shorter. That's all. That is all. All right, I think that's going to work. I'm going to get rid of this, ladies, okay? Let's get rid of that. And then we can add another pear pizzazz. All right. Where they're good. Nancy says, well, there goes my February order. Now, what I can tell you, Nancy, is these are available for a while, okay? I'd have to go back and reread, but I know the Hey Birthday Chick is available till the end of June. I can already tell you that, okay? So, and honestly, I think they're both available for a while. All right, I'm just kind of pulling this down here so that it fits on the card. And I'm going to trim that. This is the other thing I like about adhesive sheets. They're forgiving. If I want to pull it up and reposition it, I can really do that, okay? All right, so there's that part. Now, let's do our corn. And I'm actually going to pull out a strip for the words. Sorry, just trying to kind of keep my area clean. All righty. All right, so 2 more pieces of corn. And then 2 of the green. All right. All right, so we're going to pull this one up. Just like that. The smaller they are. I don't think it matters. You can kind of tell with the corn it's a little skinnier at the bottom, but I don't honestly think it matters. The top or the bottom of the stalk of corn, sorry. ear of corn, excuse me. All right, so now let's go ahead. We're gonna add some corn there. And then we'll do it again. Okay. And we're going to put that there. And I'm going to peel this off. Oops, it's stuck now. And I'll put that one about there. Okay, so that's the corn for that one. And then we're gonna do a happy birthday. And hopefully I'm getting it straight. I'm gonna do that again. I've gotten a nice line. There we go. And we'll pop this up as well. I think it looks really cute popped up. All right. And then we can add this about right there. Okay, so there's the happy birthday. And before I go on, I have to show you, look how cute they are. Are they not the cutest chickens you have ever seen? I mean, they are just adorable, aren't they? So I already had mine stamped and cut and ready for you tonight, but I wanted you to see how cute they are. Okay, so now we're back to more fencing, all right? Actually, let's do our chick first, all right? Let's get that chick popped up first, and then that will help us with our spacing. All right, thank you, Teresa. If you're new tonight, please say hello, tell us where you're from, and your name will be in tonight's drawing for tonight's card, okay? All right, so we're just gonna add some glue dots here. And we'll add one in the middle, I guess. I'm using this to kind of pop them off because it wasn't working well for me before. Okay. I know what you mean, Gail. This card is very entailed, Gail. I know what you mean. Lots of little pieces and parts. I think, you know what? I may end up framing the original. But it's just so stinking cute, right? All right, one more cornstalk right here. And this one is in Pear Pizzazz. And I'm just gonna pull that adhesive off. Now, how many of you are sold on adhesive sheets now? It makes it really quick. If you've got to cut it out anyway, you might as well put adhesive on the back. Hi, Kim. Welcome from Kentucky. Simone wants the card. Teresa's from California. Awesome. All right. So there's that stalk. Yeah. All right. Now we need some more corn. Now, you don't have to add as much corn as I'm adding, of course. But I tell you what, it is so cute. The corn is cut out in So Saffron, okay? And then the bottom part is the Pear Pizzazz of it, all right? All right. All my little pieces and parts. All right, 3 of those and 3 of those. All right. I know I sometimes forget to use them too, Mana, but man, when I remember it, it makes it so easy. Oh, I know the dies are so cute. And Joyce, it sounds like you already have the stamp set. So this is perfect. You can add to it, but the dies do make a huge difference. They really make it awfully, awfully cute, don't they? All right, we're gonna add some corn right there. And let's see. We'll add another piece of corn here. All right, and now we do this. Oh, Diane is from Michigan, Diane, Berkeley, Michigan. I hope I've got the right abbreviation for your state. Oh, the fence is crumb cake. Great question. Yep. Yay, Diane's already gotten her stamps and dies. Awesome. That's great. All right, I'm gonna add a third one. I don't really have to. I could honestly stop right there, okay? All right, but hang tight. We're gonna get this last one off. I hope. I have to tell you, my nails are way too long and it's to the point where I can't do anything. So, gotta get that taken care of. All right, now I'm peeling that off. And now we're ready for the last one, and I'll put it down here, all right? And then we're gonna stamp You're Still a Spring Chicken. Yay, Diane, I still know my abbreviations. Yeah, Joanne is loving her adhesive. That's awesome. All right. Oh, I didn't give you all the measurements for these banners, okay? So this banner is a little bit wider, and it's 1 3/4 inches by 3/4 inches, okay? All right. Oh, we're gonna pop it up, and then our card. Did I put that on the right? Nope, gotta put it on this one. And our card will be all done. All right. I'm just kind of moving things so that I can get my computer over here. I'm so glad you like it. This card was on the demonstrator website, and I just really liked it. I like slim cards anyway, so I just thought it would be fun. So it's not my original work, but it's okay to copy and share, right? All right, this is our Wink of Stella. And Wink of Stella can be found in our annual book. And right now, I'm just gonna color this. Let me zoom in and maybe you can see that glimmer on it, okay? Hopefully you can see some glimmer. I may just have to show it up and closer to the light. All right. I should have Peggy teach a class on our Wink of Stella. Peggy's a local customer, and she puts Stella on everything, and it makes her cards look so beautiful. All right, so that's kind of our first one. I hope you, oh, there you go. See some of that shimmer? I'm so glad you like the card. I love the card. Yes, it's a bit detailed. I don't think you would make tons of these. And if you did make it and give it to someone, you might even ask for it back after they've read it, right? All right. And that's our other, oh, I'm sorry, I'm barely even in the picture now, but hopefully you can see that one. See that little bit of shimmer? It does make it really pretty. And I'll go on and zoom out. We're gonna do our last cute little hen here. They are so darn cute. And I'm just kind of coloring. Again, I like to do this last because this needs a little bit of time to dry.